Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, double honor to the apostles of Israel, aka the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to push his truth and all truth sincerity. All right, basically the topic of this video is a topic, that always needs to be stressed, is on fearing the Lord. All right, because, fearing the Lord, get top shape. When the time of judgment comes, the Lord could have mercy on you. All right, because really, the reason why things are the way they are is because there's no fear of the Lord in the earth right now, right? Unless it's with certain few individuals, right? And that's men of the Lord and, men, women, and children that are with those men. All right, but other than that, if the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua is not in you, you're not fearing the Lord. Because if you fear the Lord, you would try your best to follow his program, all right? And this world does nothing according to that, all right? Everybody in this world is all about self. Everybody in this world is all about what they doing for their own self, all right? Nothing is about pleasing the Lord in America or in the world, all right? The real Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, the true power that created everything, all right? But mainly for Israelites, there's no fear. And that causes people to do all these wicked, abominable things in this world. And especially if you're an Israelite, because if you're a heathen, it has nothing to do with you. But if you're an Israelite, our people don't fear their power. All right, the power that made them who they are. All right, and to really, in the coming future, that's going to be their demise, and that's going to be their downfall. Right, because fearing the Lord leads to getting mercy from the Lord. Because that's one of the main things the Lord wants is fearing Him. All right, and I'm gonna get right to the scriptures. The book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction, all right? It says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, all right? So if you fear the Lord, you're going to try everything in your physical, spiritual being to get closer to him by what he says you could do to get closer to him, which is what? First of all, find out his law, statutes, commandments do exist, and trying your best of your ability to follow those law, statutes, commandments. All right, 'cause that's really what it's all about. It's not about nothing. I'm talking about for Israelites. It's really that's what it's about for us. That's what's supposed to keep us going. That's what's supposed to keep us flourishing. All right, but now that since we fell away from that. Now our nation is not flourishing, and now what? Our nation is under these curses that the Lord said was going to happen to us in Deuteronomy 28th chapter if we didn't follow these law, statutes, commandments. If we didn't fear His word. All right, because that's what it's all about. It's not rocket science, man. Fear the Lord saying, fear me. Love me, follow my law, statutes, commandments. That's it. So now basically the Lord restarting the nation of Israel to getting his elect gathered, because those are going to be the ones to the best of their ability to follow these law, statutes, commandments, and those are going to be the men fearing him. All right, because that's what you're supposed to fear the Lord every day and night. All right, every millisecond, every hour, every month, every year, every whatever. You know what I'm saying? And fearing the Lord, and you have to understand, you have to fear the Lord because He's everywhere, and He could do anything to you, anytime, any way. Your greatest fear to whatever, you know what I'm saying? Take you out like that, man. Have you taken out like that, man? And I'm gonna jump down, and I'm gonna jump down because I'm gonna jump down to verse 23 of Proverbs chapter 1, because basically that's what goes on when we go out to the highways and byways and preach to our people. All right, they don't want to listen. All right, because if you've been in the truth and you've been out there on the highways and byways, you can see, man, not many of the audiences don't never really be big. Now, when the time comes and the multitude comes in, then the audience is going to be big, but that's going to be when it's too late for most. All right, and that multitude that's coming to follow is only going to be elect members, and elect is a small fraction of the nation of Israel. But it's the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 23. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. So turn you at my reproof. The reproof is what? The Lord chastising us, all right? The Lord getting in our ass. And it says, behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. All right, so if you taking heed to the Lord's reproof and the Lord's rebuke and the Lord's chastisement, the Lord's going to pour a spirit unto you every day, man. That's why you're supposed to always seek the Lord day and night, man. And when you're going through it, seek the Lord 10 times more, whether it be good or bad, all right? And just understand that this whole world that we know is temporary, all right? But the fear of the Lord is supposed to be permanently, all right? He has all the reasons to be feared, hands down, no doubt, man, before anything, all right? It says, because I have called and ye refuse, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. So that's talking about the 2/3, because those are the Israelites that's ignoring this word, and those are the Israelites that's not for them. Because as of right now, this truth is not for the whole nation of Israel. And the whole nation of Israel don't fear Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Right? They don't fear nothing, man. They all about just turning up, having fun, and going to work and being a slave. They fear Esau more than they fear the Lord. Better yet. And I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. And how does the Lord stretch out his hand? The Lord stretched out his hand with his prophets. All right, because if the Lord stretched out his hand personally, man, everybody will fall in line real quick. But he stretches out his hand by his men that he sends out there on the streets to prophesy and preach his word and his truth, whether it be on the highways and byways or via internet. All right, like sit downs and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? That's how the Lord stretching out his hand. Nothing, and he's not stretching out his hand by those pork chop pastors in those church buildings, all right? He's pouring out his heart through those rough and tumble men that's on the highways and byways, man, whether it be the cold or the hot-ass summer. And it says, but ye have set at naught all my counsel and with none of my reproof. And people walking past, ignoring this truth, ignoring the word, ignoring the prophecies, trying to act like the destruction is coming mad long from now, centuries from now, when the prophecies is coming to pass as we speak. And it says, but ye have set at naught all my counsel and with none of my reproof. So all his counsel is what? His men going out there in the highways and byways and telling the people, telling the Israelites, telling them what it is, telling them what the deal is. And they take no regard at all. At all. That's why in the next verse it says, verse 26, I also will laugh at your calamity. So when Jacob's trouble comes, all the calamities, all the chaos, all the, you know what I'm saying, all the anarchy, all the Section 8 stopping, the assistance stopping, you know, child support, all the goodies that Jake's been getting in this society. When all that stops, the Lord said, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. And he will say, you will mock when your fear cometh. Because now you're gonna be in fear when everything is all bad. Everything is quote unquote good to Jake right now, quote unquote. Because not really, but you know, to the ones that think it's all good, they're not in fear of Yahweh Bashim Yashai. They don't have Yahweh Bashim Yashai in mind. They don't even know who Yahweh Bashim Yashai is. Some have already never heard that name. But if you want, now that's why the Lord has his men out there, because he's saying he stretched out his hand. He's putting it out there, but our people are just ignoring it. That's why he said, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when destruction and anguish cometh upon you. That's going to be all these tribulations, these trials and tribulations, man. That's coming right here to these soils of America. Mainly to Israel, man. To Jake. Because the Lord ain't stretching out his hand to these heathens. He's stretching out his hand by his prophets, which are also Israelites, to his people, the other Israelites. But since not all are regarding, he said he's going to laugh at your calamity when it cometh. He's going to laugh at your destruction. But here's going to be something, I'm going to end off with this. Here's going to be what's going to come to the men that's fearing the Lord right now. Real quick. I'm going to end it off with this. What is it? Oops. Oh, excuse me. A couple verses down. Here we go. This is the book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 50. And his mercy is on them that fear him from generation to generation. Now, from generation to generation, it's starting with the elect, man. Because the elect from the very beginning feared the Lord. The elect from the very beginning and presently is going to fear the Lord until the destruction comes. And he says what? And his mercy is on them that fear him and from generation to generation. So if you fear the Lord right now and you continue to fear him and don't ever let that fear of the Lord leave you, he's going to have mercy on you from generation to generation. And generation from generation is going to be in the midst of all the troubles he said is going to come to the Israelites that don't fear him in the book of Proverbs, the first chapter. But he said his mercy is on them that fear him from generation to generation. So the ones that fear Yahweh Bashim Yashai from day one to presently, his mercy is going to be on them from generation to generation. And generation to generation after the destruction is what? The everlasting kingdom. Those elect men is going to inherit everlasting life. They're never going to die. They're going to have eternal rulership. They're going to be right side by side with Yahweh Bashim Yashai. They're going to be there from the very beginning when Israel is rebuilt. The kingdom of Israel is rebuilt. On earth and in heaven, well, really on earth, and so on and so forth. And that's why you're supposed to fear the Lord. That's why you're supposed to fear the Lord all the time, man, because the Lord is always there, man. And the Lord will always get you whenever. And you know, with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, double honor to the apostles of Israel, aka the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and love to all of Akim. Continue to push this truth and all truth sincerity, all right? Shalom.